Hey everybody, what's going on? Hello, 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 hello. The music should be quieter now. I'm just saying I'm sorry I'm late. Sorry that I'm still gonna eat a little bit on cam. Sorry that even though I just got here and started, I now have to walk into the kitchen for water. Even though I was gonna have to go into the kitchen in a little bit anyway. Refreshing. I do have a few sets of good news to share. This coffee would have counted as a hydrate. I forgot that I made it. I'm just really tired. It's almost not even warm anymore. Number one, I've been thinking about multi-streaming. I've looked up this really hard, complicated way to do it so we can stream on YouTube as it's the same time as Twitch. I'll still pay more attention to Twitch because their chat features are a lot better. But, you know, for exposure purposes. And I was considering doing TikTok also, but then I stopped thinking about doing TikTok because it's getting banned. However, the banned stuff has taken a shift today. I don't even know anymore. So in the future, I'll probably be streaming to at least Twitch and YouTube, or Twitch and TikTok, depending on, you know, how it be. My streaming software is getting an update. I chose not to update it today, but the next time that I decide to click the update button, it's going to have built-in multi-streaming, so I don't have to go through a third party or anything. And assuming that my PC can do it, then we'll start doing it that way. I saw a thing about Musk buying it. I haven't seen it from like a super reliable source. ByteDance has said that they will not sell it. So it doesn't matter if he wants to buy it or who wants him to buy it. ByteDance won't sell it to him. And I think on top of that, like I just feel like I don't want him to have something to run into the ground. And even if they do sell it to anybody, they won't sell the algorithm, and that's what makes it good. So like it'll either they're looking at passing a legislation that's going to bump the ban back 270 days. Then I guess like figure it out after that. There's kind of a movement right now. Yeah, I don't actually want him to have anything as part of it. He already I didn't use Twitter, but I do know like that he ruined that. So like why would they want him to ruin another social media? Hydrating. From what I've seen, the most reliable thing that I've seen since they started like pushing this legislation to get it delayed is that their expectation was to put pressure on ByteDance to sell it and get back control of the narrative, because the actual problem they have with it isn't about any type of data or national security, because like they don't take any more data than anyone else. They've already had to create American servers in Texas, so like the data never like physically leaves the US. They're separated enough from the parent company to not have to answer to them in that type of regard. And they prove that over and over again, but old people in Congress couldn't even understand the difference between a Chinese man and a Singaporean man. And they just repeatedly asked him if he was Chinese, which is crazy. They don't want people connecting because it was really good at getting people with like minds together. Made a lot of people feel less alone. And one of the things that they felt less alone about is I'm not very happy with the Senate and the Congress right now. Here's a specific thing that this senator did. And then everybody's like, yeah, that's really fucked up that he did that. Also, this senator did this. And like, it was just like the exchange of information was really cohesive and efficient. So they don't like that people found out the shit they were doing and were spreading it around. And so they wanted to get rid of it because they, instead of not doing fucked up stuff, they decided to keep people from finding out about it. Exactly. But there's also a lot of economic stuff going on with it. Like an entire sector of our economy might like lose hundreds of millions, if not billions of dollars if Specifically, the TikTok shop closes. It's just crazy. Yeah, let's radicalize chat today. They thought that getting rid of TikTok would make people trust the government more. And for some reason, they couldn't foresee that getting rid of TikTok when everybody like lobbied against it, except for Meta and Facebook, would make people distrust the government more. Like I don't know why they were surprised that was the outcome. So now they're backtracking and they don't want to ban it. They want a handful of senators and Congress people are wanting to gain back trust by doing what they should have done to begin with. The other handful of them are hoping, stop it, are hoping to, Rocky, I don't think you should. I don't trust myself at all. I don't trust a lot of people. I especially don't trust people I try to trust people who are more knowledgeable in a subject. But our government has spent the last year trying to remove that as a thing. Supreme Court in the summer passed a ruling that basically stated that expert opinions don't matter in court. It's whatever they say it is. Like it used to, there'd be like a conglomerate of scientists and a group of experts and like departments of the government hired to be the experts on a thing. And when there was like a dispute about something, the Supreme Court would be like, well, this group of people are the experts, so we're going to go by what they say. And they don't do that anymore. It's whatever they feel like. Yeah, be scared. Everybody be scared. Welcome to Terror Tuesday. Woo! Be scared. Yeah, I'm definitely going to dim the light for spooky time. And it's about to get started. I mean, other than like all the scary shit we just talked about. Oh, by the way, keep an eye on net neutrality too. Supreme Court made a ruling last week that gets rid of net neutrality. So your internet service providers are allowed to really fuck you now. They're allowed to throttle your speeds. They're allowed to charge predatory pricing. They're allowed to do whatever they want to because internet is no longer considered something that should be available to everybody. They established net neutrality early in Obama's term. Trump repealed the thing when he was president that gave it. They worked for about 4 years to get it back. Biden's term, it got a new protection. So it was in time to keep it from actually taking effect. But all of this is based on like a classification of a law from like 1996. But last week, the Supreme Court completely bypassed that and said that none of this stuff ever mattered because to protect the freedoms of the companies providing the internet, they should be able to do whatever they want to with it. So it's not even like they didn't pass a law or a new law or anything to protect it. The Supreme Court just said these laws don't apply to the internet anymore and ended net neutrality. It also means that they can do subscription services. So like if you're poor, you don't get all the internet. Maybe you just get like Netflix or a couple of other sites in your internet package. And if you pay them a little bit more, then you can get like Wikipedia and maybe Google, but they get to decide which sites that you get. You don't just get the whole internet anymore. That's all like a possibility. But let's stop talking about it. Oh yeah, that was another factor of the TikTok ban being repealed is they said that they were worried about TikTok, which has its servers on American soil, guarded by an American company, getting to their data to China, the Chinese Communist Party, and as a form of protest for it, the number one app in both Google and Apple this week has been RedNote, which is Chinese Instagram, which is directly owned by the Chinese Communist Party. And so, like, that's worse from what they were saying that they were trying to do. But, like, I've got nothing of it. If there's something on my data of interest to a foreign adversary, that means that the spies in America are putting too much stuff in my data. It shouldn't be linking back to them, you know? Alright, I'll stop. I have to take a spoiler off the screen before I switch over. This has been your reliable news source, Defective Max. Defective news is, fitting.